Woden and Tor raised a nervous paw. That sounds...
I know, you can't have...
I am Elder Erasmus. I have heard of you. Wait. I don't know who Tor is. Tor's the mentor. I have heard of you, Tor said, his voice shifting from rage to mere disquiet. Wait, would disquiet be quiet? What does disquiet mean?
God, I actually feel like a fucking idiot.
What does disquiet mean? Google it.
Feeling unaware or worried. Like,
oh, so he's questioning.
He's getting angry, and then as it goes on, he becomes more concerned and worried.
Okay. You hail from Westmost, yes? Rasmus nodded. 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 Yes, I was journeying through Heronshire on my way here. This was 5, perhaps 6 days ago. I saw the devastation. There had been a fire, but the village, it was not burned down. It had simply vanished. Tor shook his head. This is preposterous. Creatures and their homes do not vanish, especially those under the protection of the wild. Your son... Wait. My son is alive. My son is alive, he shouted it at Rasmus. Who's talking?
No, okay, so what's happened is Tor saying, "Oh, this is preposterous," and Rasmus is saying, "Oh, your son," and Tor's snarking back immediately, "My son is alive!"
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Your son. My son is alive. But I don't think he should... I get...
Why did you say that like fucking John Wick?
What?
My son alive.
What if I... So should I shout it?
You gotta shout it, yeah, he's angry. He's an angry boy.
My son is alive!
You gotta chuckle, you gotta throw a couple of the in, because he's really angry.
My son is alive!
Like that, nailed it. I'm feeling it in the
He
fucking room with
shouted at
Tor right
Rasmus,
now.
making the priest shrink back in fear. Tor was not the largest bear in the yurt by any stretch, but it was clear from his tone that he was not in the mood for such vague answers to such a pressing matter. Woden spoke up, leaning into the gathering a bit to draw attention back to himself. Of what that we all hope, my friend, but there is another reason we've
summoned you here. An awkward pause took the council. Several of the other quiet elders trading nervous glances. Tor crossed his arms and waited. Finally, Woden continued, seeming to find the words he was looking for. Brother Tor, you and I, along with many others in this council, believe something called the Soothsayer's Prophecy. Am I mistaken? You are not, sir, Tor said, though I see it less as a prophecy and a simple belief that a bear, connected directly to the wild, would purge the rot from their lands and our hearts. The feast continued slowly. Food passed around the other members of the Elder Council. Sana, clearly hungry from the journey, was sampling of each of the bowls, trays, and plates that came into her possession. She listened intently to the conversation that continued around her. Yeah. True enough, Woden said. But we both believe that this bear from the prophecy is sitting in this very room, do we not? All eyes turned towards Sana, whose mouth was stuffed with food. She stammered. Drawing.
She stammered.
Drawing.
An exasperated sigh from Elder Vidar. Tor waved a claw about. Sana is my apprentice because her abilities require tutelage, nothing more. He stood, and with this council's permission, I believe that time is of the essence, and we should make haste to Heron trial. The Elder Council mumbled barely audibly consent amongst themselves, but Vidar was the only one who made his displeasure known. Your apprentice, she was found abandoned in the heart of the wild tree. What was that?
What?
She was left at the shrine, yes. Tor was mostly ignoring the aged bear, his focus on Sana. He waved a claw at her and she dutifully passed a bowl of grapes to the bear next to her as she stood. The soothsayer's prophecy speaks of such an act, does it not? Vidar pressed. You took her under your wing, giving up on your own son in the process, if I remember correctly. Tor's claws rolled into fists, then relaxed. Sana could hear him taking a calming breath. Olaf wished to pursue the path of the wild priests.
Yeah, man.
Captain Price. Captain. I was able to take up Sana as my apprentice because he did so.
And we are thankful of that. Warden interrupted, trying to end the conversation amicably.
Were you trying to work out what it was?
Yeah, I was looking at it. Look, man, it's getting late.
Amicably.
Amicably. But Vidar would not be stopped. He pointed the accusing claw at Tor. Why does it have to cry?
There's too many voices, man.
It's not that there's too many voices, but the claw, paw, and Tor are really fucking really nailing into me.
What?
You asked that I not be so coy, and I ask the very same of you. Do you believe Sana is one who will purge the rot from these lands? Tor and Sana stood by the entrance of the earth. On the other side, the burlap curtain, a small crowd of curious onlookers had gathered to listen to what they could, or listen into what they could. I believe she is gifted in the ways of the wild, Tor said. He bowed to the council. But what she does with those gifts is up to her, not some of mere prophecy. Is she? Is she so gifted? The old bear tried to stand, but Woden held out a cautious paw. Please, do not make a scene, Elder Vidar. The elder bear swatted Woden's paw away, and then stood up. I request a demonstration. Tor narrowed his eyes on Vidar, and all pretense of
Geniality?
Geniality? Geniality? Geniality. Geniality, yes. Yeah. God damn it. Lost. You mean demand?
I demand it, Vidar growled. All eyes turned
Why did
to
that
Sana.
sound? That sounded way too erotic. I'm just going to say that now.
I mean, do you want me to do it again?
Not so erotic, please.
I demand it.
I was sweating fucking bullets over here when you said that. I was like, ooh.
Alright, about...
He demands it.
I demand it. That's even worse.
Yeah, it is.
I
demand it! I demand it! Like that.
Wait.
His emphasis on the word demand.
Wait, okay.
I demand it!
No, wait, I got it. I demand it!
No, you're doing it all wrong. It's I demand it!
No, because
he can't control the level of his voice.
He's growling, but he's
I demand it.
like
that.
But he's got control, obviously.
Yeah, no, he hasn't got control of his voice.
Clearly not, because I'm his
old
voice actor right now.
Yeah, I know. Go on, quick, go.
Alright, I demand it! Vidar growled. All eyes turned to Sana. She nervously glanced around the yurt. You know what? I've been reading this whole time. I don't know what a yurt is.
It's like yogurt without cream.
Okay. Then to Tor, bleeding silent. Or just spirited her away. No words came to her. Nothing.
Okay, I'm just gonna quickly question: are you just gonna take that off the bat, or is there gonna be
no,
like
I'm gonna roll with it.
Like, they're all in a giant fucking bowl of cream right now. Well, cream.
I'm gonna roll with it. Nothing to counter Vidar's seething words. Finally, Vidar laughed. Brother Tor, it would seem to me.
You're right.
It would seem to me your apprentice can barely speak to us, let alone speak the wild. He waved a dismissive paw.
Speak the wild? It is speak with the wild. Thank you very much.
Speak to us, let alone speak with the wild. He waved a dismissive paw. I trust my fellow elders see the folly in entrusting this mute fool is the one spoken of in the soothsayer's prophecy. Then, for reasons passing the understanding of most in the yurt, Tor began to laugh as well. What might I ask is so funny? Vidar snapped. You elder Vidar. Tor's smile disappeared. Oh, my mouse is on the wood. In an instant. Whatever remaining air of geniality, it doesn't roll off the tongue, that word, that he had allowed to linger up to that point now gone. You would make demands upon the wild. You would demand it entertain you like some court jester? The elder council was dead silent. Finally, when Vidar realized all eyes were upon him, he softened noticeably. Of course, you're right. He
bowed his head in an act in which he looked wholly out of practice. I'm certain the wild will test Zana's skills soon enough, without my intervention. As you say, Tor wheeled around and ushered Sana out of the yurt. By your leave. Be mindful of the roads, Vidar called out to them. Called out after
them.
Them.
Quite dangerous as of late.
Quite dangerous as of late. Tor was nothing. Said it was nothing. Jesus, he ceased to be. Tor said nothing as they disappeared through the curtain. Vidar could only glare at the void that they had left upon their exit. With minimal provisions to carry and quicken pace, Tor assumed that they could reach Heronshire in a little over a day, even with the situation as grave as it is. Grave as it was.
Yeah.
Tor knew that. Damn it.
I just
Tor knew that.
Make sure you knew where you were.
Yeah, listen, I know which part of the fucking page I'm on, right? I don't fuck up a word and then my eyes go cross-eyed and start spinning around my head at fucking high speeds. I know which fucking word I'm on, right?
Mom, get the rope!
Tor knew that they would need to make camp once the sun fell, for there was little more dangerous than stumbling around through the ancient evergreen forests of the Bear Clan territories at night. Sana and Tor spoke little during their journey. Save for Sana. You're ruining my immersion. Sana and Tor spoke little during their journey, save for Sana, once again trying to broach the subject of Tor's heretofore unknown son. He's a priest over the wilds in Heronshire, he said, in a temperament that suggested that the final word was.
What are you doing?
In a temperament that suggested this was the final word on the topic.
What are you doing, James?
What do you mean?
What are you doing? You're reading my bit.
Oh shit! I'm sorry.